Hi, my name is Tori Bauer-Pisani, and today's date is April 2nd, 2024, and I'm going to be talking about the life cycle of a steroid hormone. So, steroids begin their life with a cholesterol backbone and are transformed into different steroids depending on the enzymes they contain. The enzymes involved in the biosynthesis of these hormones will stem from the gonads, the adrenals, and the placenta. These include sex hormones, which are testosterone, cortisol, estrogen, aldosterone, etc. The steroids circulate in the blood, and they are either free or bound to plasma carrier proteins. How they act on the cell is by passing through the cell membrane, penetrating the nucleus, and binding to the DNA in order to initiate gene transcription and protein production. Water-soluble hormones are not able to diffuse through the hydrophobic bilayer, but lipid-based steroid hormones can. Those water-soluble hormones will attach with a binding protein, and that will elicit a cascade of events that includes activation of G proteins, cyclic AMP, etc., etc. But we're talking about sex hormones today, which are lipid soluble, so it's easier for them to penetrate the cell wall in order to get into the nucleus. So once inside, the steroid hormone is able to bind to a receptor in the cytoplasm and then travels to the nucleus to bind to chromatin. There, the steroid hormone receptor binds to the DNA and will tell the RNA molecules to make a specific sequence to be transformed and modified via the ribosomes. And then they are synthesized in the mitochondria and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And thus you have whatever sex hormone is being reproduced into the body. So I made a diagram of how this works. So right here, this is a blood vessel. These round structures in here are your red blood cells, and these triangles I have here are depicted as steroid hormones. And then right here, this is my rough sketch of a cell. And as you can see, this is the steroid hormone that is binding right here, where it diffuses through the lipid-soluble hormone diffuses through the plasma membrane, and then it will bind, the steroid hormone will bind with a receptor in the cytoplasm, which forms a receptor hormone complex, and then it enters the nucleus and triggers gene transcription, which this is my DNA molecule here. And then the message from the steroid hormone is transcribed into the messenger RNA, which is translated. This is my messenger RNA. And it is translated into proteins that alter cellular activity, thus changing the cell into whatever sex hormone, like I said, estrogen, aldosterone, testosterone, etc.